Cheyenne Nixon recently lost both of her parents and would like a mediumship reading. She just wants them to know that she loves them, so you just said, you know, you want them to know that you love them, so basically you just told them hello. And obviously you missed them desperately, and if there's anything they need or want to tell you, your mum's name is good job you gave names, because we know who to shout for now, don't we? Your mother's name is Felicia. Let me just check that that's correct. I'll just try it with the Felicia. Sorry, that's what the screen reader says. Felicia. You've got bad eyesight. You just screen read it. Doubles up, doesn't it? Felicia there, and obviously in her birthday is. I don't really say the birthday. I'll delete the post after, because if I want to pretend to be Felicia, I can just tell the authorities my date of birth, and they might believe me. Well, I don't know about that, but they might believe me if with your dad's name being George. But of course, second names aren't mentioned, so I don't know George who. Felicia and George, and his birthday is God knows when. Just for the sake of argument, for the sake of privacy there. But anyway, Felicia and George. I only normally call, just shout for one, but we could give them both a go and try Felicia first, and then give George another go after. So what we'll do then, I'll use these mediumship cards here for this one, and we'll just see what's going on there. So when you shuffle the cards, each card has a sentence, a written sentence on it, and as you shuffle them, of course, we shuffle them, but Spirit manipulates them and places them. I suppose you could say it's a phrase book from the other side, in the sense that's the theory anyway. Let's see if it works in practice. I'll just shuffle for the first time here. Spirit of Felicia, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Felicia, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Felicia, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Felicia, through these cards and move among us. Blessed be to Felicia and all absent friends. And we just cut the deck, and where the deck splits is where it's thought to be at its strongest point, isn't it? If you know what I mean, Cheyenne. So let's see if there's a message here. What we'll do, I normally initially draw out 3 cards. We'll just pull out 3 cards. I suppose you could say it's like beginning, middle and end, isn't it? So the first card is the beginning card, as you could say, isn't it? Let's just see what this one is. We'll just flip it over nice and slowly, out of respect for Spirit, out of respect for Mama there, for Felicia. And notice there, she's using that one. I like that one, the lighthouse one. And the lighthouse one is, you are never alone. Notice how never, the word never, is written in italics, as if to say you are never alone. You are never alone. And that sort of works well, doesn't it? For as much as sometimes you can't sense me and feel me that well, when you want me to be there, you might not be able to see me. Nevertheless, although there may be clouds, there may be a bit of a mist from a metaphorical point of view, nevertheless you will see my light shining through, and you'll know it's me. That's what Mum's saying there, isn't it? I just want to just see what else she's got to say here. Let's just flip this card here. This is a bit of an interesting one, isn't it? Clouds and hearts and things. She's just saying, life is a series of choices. Choose love. Cheyenne, choose love. Don't let the bitterness or the hatred eat you away. The bitterness that maybe something could have been done better or whatever, and it could have been prevented. Don't let that eat you away. Choose love. She's saying, in the same way as I loved you and still do love you. In the same way as I loved you on the physical, on the earth plane, and in the same way as I love you now. Remember my light, Felicia, and remember that. Remember the lighthouse there. I want to just pull out the third card to see what else. I don't feel there's any more coming, but let's just see what this one is here. That's an interesting one. You're just saying, I'm not dead. I am not dead. You're never alone. Mother's saying, you're never alone. I'm not dead. And just, life is a series of choices. Choose love. Out of all this. This is what Mum's saying. I want to see what George wants to say as well. So we'll just place Felicia's, I suppose man and wife are one flesh, so just place Felicia under, and we'll make it part of the same shuffle, so it's part of the same collected thing there. And we just carry on, we just ask Spirit of George, we ask for your presence, that you commune with us through these cards and move among us. Your message for Cheyenne there. Blessed be to George and all absent friends. We've heard what Mother has to say. Let's see what Dad has to say there. What George has to say. We'll pull out the first card here, and we'll just see what that is. Flipping it nice and slowly. Remember, not to disturb its energy or anything. And what's this here? It's interesting. He's just saying there that I had to leave that way. And now at this point I'm getting the sort of sense as though he's saying we had to leave that way. Or that I had to leave that way. He's using that generic statement there, but it's as if he's saying we had to leave that way, Cheyenne. We had to leave that way. That's just the way it was. I don't know why. Let's just see what the next one is here. That's interesting. He's just saying, I feel healthy and happy. I had to leave that way, or we had to leave that way, but we're feeling healthy and happy. As if we're saying we, whether being both of them. He somehow doesn't want to be on his own. He wants to be there. We're both feeling healthy and happy, and we're doing all right. As if he I get that sort of sense as though he spoke sometimes, you know, where the woman usually speaks out and the man just sits back passively, you know, does he take sugar and all that sort of thing. Well, I get a sort of sense as though he's the one who spoke out and whatever there. Mother was more, I suppose I wouldn't say more close, but Mother was more personal with you, and he's sort of speaking for both of them there now, aren't you there, George? That's interesting there, that's interesting. You're feeling healthy and happy, you feel okay. You had to go that way, that was just the way you had to leave, it was just the way it was. When your number's up, when you're on the lake and your time runs out, they say come in number 4 and that's it. Unless you pay again, you can't go back out on the river. But normally you've had enough and you won't go home, don't you? But laughing and joking apart, let's just flip this other card, this final card here, what George wants to add there. He's just saying we are so connected. Now, although he's saying we are so connected as if between you there, Cheyenne and George, It's as if he's saying all three of you are so connected, Mum, Dad and you as well. Mummy, Papa or Dad or whoever he says there, your mother, your father and you, as if he's saying we are so connected. Just like, although he said I had to leave that way, he's saying we had to leave that way. We're feeling more healthy and happy now. It's as if he's saying that we're so connected. We're all connected. We're all still so connected because of nothing can separate us. Just like Mum said, didn't you, Mother? Didn't you there, Felicia? There, you said that that you're never alone, and this is all part of it, isn't it? You're never alone. Just hear a little voice sort of saying, "You're never alone, though, Cheyenne. You're never alone." You know that, don't you? That sort of thing coming through, like as if she stood hanging over, looking over her shoulder, or just peeping out and just saying, like, you know. That's the sort of thing I'm getting from it. Other than that, though, that seems to be. I want to pull another card. I don't know why. I don't know if this is for both of them. I don't know why. I somehow feel as though this will be a collective sort of thing. We'll have to read it in the collective as opposed to the plural instead of the singular, as you would say. Yes, it is beautiful where I am, although it says that they're saying it's beautiful where we are. If you view it that way, it's beautiful where we are. That's what they're both saying. It's beautiful where we are, and we just want you to know that, and it makes it more beautiful knowing that we're so connected with you, knowing that that connection there, knowing that we're so connected with you there. That's what makes it even more beautiful. That we're the connection. He puts the icing on the cake. I don't know if somebody, one of them or both of them used to say that. He puts the icing on the cake and makes everything nice for everybody. So with that, I think what I'm going to do, we're going to have to say goodbye to both, aren't we, Felicia and George there. It was great meeting both of you. I don't normally do two, but that was great meeting both of you. It's like as if you were just both trying to push through on that last card there. Although it was George's, that was your shuffle, George. So we're going to put all the cards there again and just place the rest of the deck on top as if to lay both of them to rest, not just Celestia but George as well. And then as we do so, we just simply say, love is the law, love is the bond. Merry did we meet, merry do we part. And merry may we meet again. Blessed be to Felicia and George. And blessed be to all absent friends. At this point, let's just close our eyes quickly there. Close your eyes and visualise a door wide open with a bright light shining through it. And as we do, imagine the door closing slowly and the light fading out slowly, and then the door just ajar there, and then now it's closed and the light goes out, and that closes the sitting. And with that, we return to this cruel, harsh world that we must all draw our breath in pain to tell our own story. But for now, with the occurrence more and less which are solicited, the rest is silence.